Darkest greetings. I make this video today as a testimonial about my personal experience in various works with La Santisima Muerte. So back in March of 2023, we lost our general manager at a restaurant that I used to work for. Our district manager had been there pretty much since the general manager quit, because the only people that was left was pretty much the supervisors. So after 3-4 months into it, the district manager was starting to become a major pain in the rear end. He was micromanaging everything, controlling everything. It was getting to the point where he was creating a hostile work environment with continuously insulting staff as well as the supervisors that were there, myself included. You just couldn't satisfy the man. And I'm sure there's plenty of you out there that have had this experience to where there's that one particular individual that no matter how hard you try, no matter how over and beyond you go, nothing seems to satisfy them. So he did start to notice that I was there more. He could always call me. I seemed to be the only one he could count on to a degree. So yes, he paid me a little more and gave me more responsibility. It wasn't the responsibility that bothered me. It wasn't the more work that bothered me. And it wasn't even the fact that I was getting more hours. It was the fact that it was getting to a point where it was just becoming a hostile work environment all the way around. When you start noticing that your coworkers are coming in drunk, hungover, just to deal with him, it's time to leave. And in fact, I had 2 coworkers who put themselves under a 72-hour psych hold just to get away. Now, you're probably wondering, well, where does all the workings of Santisima Muerte come in? She, in a sense, was kind of putting me through the ringer. And part of that was a test of faith. I've done a lot of work with her, trying to find something better where I wouldn't be in such a nasty work environment anymore. And I was putting in applications every day. I was going to various interviews. The only thing was, the places that were calling me, the pay was a little less. So this is one of those where I had to swallow my pride and go, okay, if I pick a lesser paying job, then, so be it. So I decided to quit right before Thanksgiving. I had had enough. It was affecting my sleep. It was affecting my mental health. It was also starting to affect my son, because I hadn't been able to spend enough time with him, because even on my days off, I was being called in. So I decided to quit. And I was like, well, I looked at my Santisima Muerte and I'm like, okay, I've had it. This is just making it worse and worse and worse. Nothing is getting better here. I was like, if I decide to do this, I really need you to help me make sure I get unemployment, because it's the only thing that's going to kind of get me along until I found a different type of employment. At the same time, my sister was telling me, hey, at the pharmacy where I work, they're looking for help. Yes, it was kind of a slash in the throat, pay-wise, but I would have set hours and pretty much all weekends off. I work maybe one Saturday or a Sunday a month, but other than that, for the most part, it was a Monday through Friday, weekends off type of a deal. So I decided to give it a shot. Just so you know, I was denied unemployment. So here I am flipping out going, okay, my God, how am I going to do this? Santisima, how am I going to do this? How am I going to make my bills? It's December, Christmas is coming along. I did get hired at the other place, the pharmacy where my sister works, but they put a hiring freeze as soon as I had gotten all my paperwork done and through. So I wasn't going to start work until January. So here I am going, how am I going to do this? How am I going to make this? Yes, I had saved enough money to get me through, but if there was a hiring freeze and I didn't know how long it was going to take, I was like, how am I going to get through this? So, and I apologize, my phone's going off here because I've got just people there. Put it on Do Not Disturb, that's even better. So she made sure that even despite the fact that I was almost off for 5 weeks, 6 weeks, that there was still money coming in. I had money in my account. I had extra money that came in out of obscure places where I was able to make my bills. I was able to have a decent Christmas. And when I picked up the new job and started working again, I was able to just still make it through. Yes, I did have to adjust a few things here and there because, of course, it's a change in income, but she made sure that my bills were paid, that I wasn't going to be late, be default on things, and drown in debt to where I wasn't going to be able to dig myself out of it. She will really, truly test your faith in her and her ability to keep you afloat. Don't ever doubt it. It's weird how she works, and someone told me, another devotee, she says that when you are getting ready to level up, that's when she kind of really, I guess the best way to put it is, yeah, she puts you through the ringer. She really tests you, and then all of a sudden it's like, boom, things just happen. But there comes a time where you have to close your eyes. And as much as I was trying to leave that place and move into something else and still try to keep the level of pay that I had so that it wouldn't be too awful, was not how it was going to go. She was not going to open that particular door for me. So sometimes, no matter how much up here we are, we have to take it down a notch. It's not that she's not going to build you back up to this level again, but you have to, in a sense, humble yourself and bring yourself down a notch or two. So, and I am very happy where I'm at in my current job. In fact, I've started going to school to become a pharmacy tech. So there's my level up. So once I complete that and I'm certified and all of this, my pay will increase. There's my level up. So what I'm trying to say is, just when you think that things are not going to get better, they are, and they will. It's just a matter of keeping your faith with her and knowing that sometimes we have to humble ourselves a little more in order to achieve what we want.